Hello, my name is Miranda H.P.
And I'm Connor Calloway.
And we are the Bountiful Bards.
Please join us in our first ever recorded D&D campaign,
The Fountains of Cathaidra.
Time to play.
So it is.
So it is.
We're in the middle of the Flynn Rider meme where he's leaning up against a pole with a smirk on his face and there's swords surrounding him.
Oh, yeah, it definitely feels something like that.
That is exactly how I feel at the moment.
So, Cathaidra, the leader of the hunting party of the goblins who hunted the rats, currently has the chief of the goblins, Chief Knock, held hostage with a knife point and has led her over to the edge of the platform that you and your brother and Eklar are standing on. As you see Cathaidra begin to pull the chief over to the edge, all the other goblins that seem to have sided with Cathaidra begin circling around all of you. Your brother Jimothy, feeling a little panicked, reaches over to the goblin that was currently holding his sword and shield, which are too big for the goblin, snatches the sword and the shield from the goblin, then kicks him away, and then arms himself, and he goes, "Well, what are we going to do now?"
May I cast Dissonant Whispers at Cathaidra?
No, but you can roll initiative.
Okay. I'm offended.
That's okay. I'm alright with that. Ooh,
5.
Jimothy got a natural 20.
Well, lucky Jimothy. I guess he's got the adrenaline from, drop kicking a goblin.
Poor creature.
You know, it took his sword and shield. You should know better. You know what they say about somebody's sword and shield.
No.
It's alright, you'll learn when you're older.
We're also going to roll for Eklar as well. So let me set the scene for you. It is you, your brother, and Eklar, who is the brother of the chief, the goblin that you helped earlier in the district, surrounded by what looks to be 4 armed goblins that are all pulling out their swords and their spears and pointing them not only just at you, but some of the other goblins around as well. There's actually 4 other goblins that are standing by with no weapons that are extremely confused with what is going on. Are you ready?
I'm ready as I will be with 4 plus 1.
That sounds good to me. So at the top of the round, Jimothy is going to try and take the flat of his blade and whack one of the nearby goblins over the head to try and stop them with pointing their spear at him. Ooh, that's going to hit. Alright, so the closest nearby goblin, he's going to strike, and he whacks him over the head trying to knock him out instead of just outright killing him. He doesn't want to be the first one to shed any blood. That'll be the end of his turn. That goblin, on the other hand, is going to respond quickly by trying to poke him with his spear.
I was going to say, awfully high road of him. Jimothy about to learn some real-life lessons real quick.
Unfortunately so, as the goblin does return with his spear and is able to slice him across his left bicep. Not deep, but still enough to draw some blood as he takes 2 points of damage.
Do you feel like being more stabby now, Jimothy?
The next goblin is going to come up and trying to attack you. Does a 9 hit?
No.
Ooh, it does not. As he goes, You just take 2 side steps back, trying to stay away from it.
the thing where you put your hand on their head and they swing underneath.
Eklar is actually going to try and grapple one of the goblins and wrestle away his spear, because he currently doesn't have any weapons either. And he actually is able to do it. So he goes over to he grabs a hold of one of the soldier's spears, and he kicks him, and it just starts scrapping a little bit, and then finally he twists it and pulls it away, and now that he has it, he's going to ready himself for the next attack on his turn. The remaining 2 goblins that are trying to corral you are going to try and attack Eklar and your brother. That is going to hit your brother. And for Eklar, that is not going to hit. Goodness gracious. Poor Eklar takes a nice little cut on his side. Well, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Hopefully he's got some healing potions. How far away is bad guy?
As you look up, you can actually see that he has dragged the chief over to a lift and doing the villainous style that is very common in movies, kicks the lever and the lift has dropped out of sight. It seems you'll have to fight your way down this makeshift tower in order to catch them. Don't give me that look. This is D&D.
Mm-hmm. Fine. Dumb goblin. Come on. Trying to load the thingy. Well, I guess I'm going to start vicious mockering. So the one that attacked Jimothy, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
What's your save?
13.
Okay, well then he fails.
And it will take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. So it takes 1 damage.
You rolled a 1?
Yeah.
That's all right. How does it look when you cast this? Do you still say, a word of malice in order to affect them?
Are you sure you're pointing the right end in the right direction?
All right. A moment of doubt, a slice of psychic damage, and he twitches his head as if trying to get a gnat to stop flying from inside of his ear. All right. Top of the round, it's going to be it's going to be Jimothy again, and he's going to actually try and dispatch the goblin who has cut him. As he brings up his sword, he goes, I hate I have to do this, but there's no other way.
You can have moral qualms later, Jimothy.
I plan to.
Excellent. I'll play you a really, depressing music for you.
That's actually going to be enough to take out the goblin that he was attacking as he swipes across his sword and decapitates the poor creature.
Don't worry, we'll get you therapy.
Mm-hmm.
It's covered by the church. It's
One
fine.
of the goblins standing there is going to be like, ah! Go up and try and attack your brother. That is going to miss. That'll be the end of his turn, and then, so that's that one.
So did he kill the one with the vicious mockery on him?
Yes, he did.
Cool.
So there's 3 left currently around you. The 2 remaining goblins. Then you have Eklar, who's going to try and make his attack as he goes to stab the guy with the spear.
Well, without the spear now.
That is a natural 20 for the little goblin. So
I take your spear, now I take your knife.
And he does, actually, as he runs through the goblin that is trying to... As he runs through the goblin in front of him, who goes and pulled out a small little short sword after he had his spear taken. He's like, I'm sorry about this, brother. And he stabs him into the chest with it. Oh, this is getting quite bloody. Your turn.
Okay, I'm going to vicious mockery another one that I can see nearby. The other one that tried to stab Jimothy.
Ooh, natural 1 on the save.
Ooh, good. Does that mean he takes extra damage? He takes 4 psychic damage.
Goodness.
And she says, you really thought you did something, did you?
Goodness gracious. How vicious.
Basically, Twitter insults are Leah's vicious mockery.
Well, the last 2 are going to come up and try and stab at you with their spear. What's your AC again?
11.
I rolled a... 1 is going to hit. The other one does not, though, as you take 3 points of piercing damage.
Impolite.
I think this may be the first time you've ever been hit.
I know. It's very impolite.
What does Leah think about that?
What I just said. She thinks it's extremely rude.
Ah, more than enough. Back at the top of the round, Jimothy's going to come over and shield bash one of the remaining goblins. That one's going to hit. He rolled a 1, but he has a modifier of 3, which is going to take care of that 3rd goblin. And then the final one is going to... Well, the final one doesn't go till after you, so it's Eklar's turn.
Yes.
Eklar is going to try and miss. He's not really...
Try to miss?
He's not trying to miss. Yes, he definitely tried to miss. He's going to try to hit and miss as he jabs with his spear, but he is not proficient with it, unfortunately. It is your turn.
All right. Just to change it up a little bit, I'll firebolt the other one that I vicious mockeried. Right?
That's fine.
Okay.
Roll for an attack.
No, I definitely don't hit. I rolled a 2.
No, you don't. As you go
Plus
and you
5, so, 7.
as you cast your magic like you've done before, reaching out your hand, you fire, and the goblin is able to tuck and roll out of the way as Jimothy's going to come up and try and take care of him.
Stop dropping and rolling. Stop it. Drop it. Oh.
That actually hits.
Good job.
And that's a death as he rolls the necessary hit points to take out the final goblin. You're standing there. There are 4 dead goblins standing around you. No, laying around you. And you also have 4 others that are kind of looking around very confused. One of them comes up and goes, What's going on? What are we supposed to do?
Well, I would suspect we need to go after your leader that didn't do this.
Eklar replies, Right. Pick up some spears. This is a coup. We've known this is coming for a long time now. We have to stop them. We can't let them slaughter the innocent people above.
And everybody speaks common now.
You can hear them.
Okay.
Still. Like I said, you had 15 minutes, and that was only about 12 seconds.
I got you. Just making sure. I'm being annoyingly pedantic.
That's fine with me. They actually do. They are going to pick up the spears. You now have 4 allies that have been added to your group. Jimothy looks at Eklar and go, Back down the stairs? And he replies, Yeah, let's go.
All right. Well, because did the lift go up or down?
It went down.
Okay. We have to take the stairs. Good to get your steps in.
Right. You head down the stairs with your new allies carrying their spears or swords, whatever they grabbed, and you find down on the second rung 4 more of these hunting goblins that have corralled 3 other of these helpless goblins that have no weapons whatsoever. At the top of the round, Jimothy is going to run down, yelling, "Ah!" swinging his sword above him, shield in front, and he's going to try and collide with the first goblin he sees and knock them over.
Does the initiative stay the same?
It does.
Okay.
I've already pre-rolled all their initiatives and know where they fit as we go. So as he slams his shield into one to try and knock him off balance narratively, he's going to swing his sword across and try to attack. 18 is going to hit. The first goblin he comes across takes a cut across the chest, and that is going to leave him very damaged. It's that goblin's turn, and taking the cut across the chest, the goblin's going to look down, but is actually going to hold his resolve as he turns his spear on Jimothy and is going to try and attack him back. Ooh, that is going to hit.
Hope Jimothy's hanging on to his healing potion.
Did you give him one?
I thought we both had one.
You have all of them.
No, okay.
He was hesitant to drink it, but you could give him one on your turn if you'd like.
Yeah, but that's my entire action, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
Well, to feed it to him, it's an entire action. I would say as a bonus action, you could toss it to him.
Well, I want
and
to
as his reaction, he could catch it. Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
He doesn't have to use his reaction then.
Because I don't know if he needs it yet, but, he looks like he's somewhat squishy.
The second armed goblin has actually just slain one of the goblins that was up here with you.
Well, that's impolite.
Turning his spear on your brother, who's once again up front, he's going to go for a jab, and that's going to be a miss. He jabs, and then he misses.
Which is good, because Jimothy, you do not look so good as a colander.
Eklar's going to run up, and try and stab the second one that has come close. That one is going to hit with his spear. He actually kills the second goblin that just killed one of the innocent ones. The other two goblins are going to go before it is your turn. They are going to attack your brother, which is a fail. And then Eklar, which actually does succeed, as he takes 2 points of damage. He is not looking too hot at all.
Who is Eklar?
Eklar and your brother.
Well, I don't know. Okay.
You're fine. It's your turn.
Alright, I'm going to toss Jimothy healing potion.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah. Do you want to die here?
I'd rather not.
Okay, well, here you go.
Use his thumb and cork off the top of the bottle. That's your bonus action, so what do you want to do for your action?
I know.
There's the one right in front of your brother that looks pretty wounded, and then there's 2 others down here as well.
No, I'm just gonna... Okay, so, but I already used my bonus action. So now if I use a bonus action, it just counts as an action, right?
I would allow that. There's other DMs that would say you can't use 2 bonus action techniques in one turn, but I'm perfectly fine with you using an action as a bonus action. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna give Eklar healing word.
What do you say to heal him?
On your feet, soldier! And then promptly lose my d4. No, he gets 4 hit points, plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is 5.
You have him back up to full health as you say that. And by the way, while you're fighting, the adrenaline you're feeling is enhanced. You felt adrenaline before. You've climbed trees. You've swum across rivers that have maybe almost swept you away before. You've been kicked off of a horse before. But this is definitely something that is more. You feel more alive. Everything looks more real to you. Everything is in more detail around you as you're making your way down. I, as a wonderful DM, neglected the other allies that are supposed to come down and help. So they're going to come down and they're going to all roll their attacks against the remaining 3 goblins. The first one is going to miss. So is the second one. They seem to be
a little frazzled.
A little bit. But that's a natural 20 on that one. And then that one's going to hit. So let's roll double dice for that first one.
Angry goblin is angry.
It is indeed, as one of the goblins is killed, and so is the last one. And then the only one remaining is the one that Jimothy was still fighting. And at the top of the round...
You killed my mother's brother's step-niece's great-aunt's cousin's brother-in-law.
At the top of the round, instead of drinking the potion, he's going to go ahead and try and just end everything. And he's able to hit.
But you can drink it as a bonus action, so...
Yes, he can. Yeah, he's going to hit first, though. Thank you for reminding me.
Tastes like Kool-Aid.
As he cuts and slays the last goblin on the second floor, and then he is going to drink the potion.
What's it taste like?
So the wonderful thing about potions that you will come to find out, they are. Depending on how much you need the vitality, the better it's going to taste. So think of water. If you're hydrated, water tastes bland, is dull. No reason really to drink it. But when you're thirsty, water tastes like everything. It tastes like breathing. And that's exactly what this potion tastes like. It just simply tastes like vitality. Hint of lemon. I rolled a d4. I believe it's d4 plus 2? 2d4 plus 2. My apologies.
All right, Jimothy, you can worry about side effects later, now that you're alive to worry about them.
He gives a belch.
You look slightly less colander in appearance.
As he does so, he looks down, and as he drinks it, red lines go down his throat and spread across his body, as if searching and then finding where he is wounded, and his skin begins to knit back together with this reddish, warm energy. And he's like, "Whoa! That was awesome!"
Well, you can moonlight as a candy striper. Let's go.
The red lines fade. You head down to the next. There are currently 3 goblins down here trying to corral the individuals.
So have we picked up some more allies? At least 1 or 2?
You actually picked up 2 more, so now you have a total of 6 allies as you go running down to the next level. Jimothy is going to go ahead and make an attack on the first one, which misses actually. As he goes to swing, the goblin holds up its spear parallel, and it slams parallel to the ground, and it slams into the top of it, and then he deflects your brother's strike. He's going to try and attack your brother.
Naturally.
Which is going to miss as it tosses over. He goes to swing the back end of the spear to hit across the side of your brother's face, and as he does so, your brother brings up his shield with his left hand and blocks it from striking him. One of the allied goblins is actually going to run up and try and attack that one, which he also misses, unfortunately. As he goes to jab, this goblin just is a little too nimble to miss all these attacks. The second goblin is going to actually run up and try and strike you. Does a 9 hit?
Nope.
How would Leah get out of the way of this? Would she just dodge?
Just as little motion as possible, almost as if it's an afterthought.
I love it.
Just
okay.
to be as, trollish as possible.
With your senses being enhanced by whatever this is you're feeling, this elation, you're able to sidestep it just in time.
Yawning as I do so.
Oh, no, that's just cruel.
I am a bard. It is my job to perform.
Another ally is going to come up and try and attack that goblin. That one is going to hit. There's chunking d6s everywhere. And that goblin is actually going to be dispatched right there.
That's what he gets.
Mm-hmm. Eklar's turn. He is going to attack one of the goblins, which fails, unfortunately. But one of his allies is going to run up and attack. Well, no. The enemy goblin will get to respond, then the ally. That one hits. Ooh, Eklar is not looking too good. He looks to be on his last...
Even though I healed him all the way up?
Oh, I apologize. No. He looks fine then.
Sir.
My apologies.
What did he hit him with? A cast iron skillet?
Wham! No, but this ally will, as this one had brought down a cast iron skillet.
You gotta give it double bludgeoning damage.
Does not hit, unfortunately. I rolled a 3.
That's too bad, otherwise it would have just taken his skull right off.
It's your turn.
It's too bad you don't let at least one of them give you a nice scar on your face, Jimothy. I think your boyfriend would like it. I'm gonna do Vicious Mockery on whichever one is swinging willy-nilly.
Right.
So, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Fail.
1d4 psychic damage.
Go ahead.
3, and has disadvantage on next attack roll.
Wonderful. The other goblins, your allies, are going to come in and are going to each make their rolls. You have about, let's see.
At some point, we'll win by attrition. We just have enough of them. Ants, I say.
That's actually really true, though. So the other goblins come storming down behind you, and they stab and kill the remaining 2 goblins, as now you have created this little force of individuals here. Now you now have about 8 allies as you pick up 2 more on this floor and make your way down to the second floor.
We'll get there one day.
You will indeed. So you have this little force, this resistance against this coup that is currently going on as you run down to the next floor where there are 4 more goblins. Your brother is going to go swing, but he misses again as he tries to strike at a goblin closest to him. But his allies are going to come in and try and attack. That hits. That does not hit.
Getting a bit over-enthusiastic, Jimothy.
That doesn't as well. Goblin he's trying to attack, which is distracted by his blade. Another little goblin hops out from behind your brother and goes, "Yeah!" and stabs. Gets him in the shoulder.
I'm sorry this is happening to you, Jimothy, but from my perspective, it's actually quite funny.
The second goblin is going to try and attack your brother. He fails with a 3.
Elbows tight, Timothy. Elbows tight.
And then one of the allies is going to attack. That is going to hit. It's not really much you need to really be doing right now, is it?
I am cheerleading. I'm a bard, is what I do.
Eklar is going to try and make his strike. That's going to miss, unfortunately, as it's just become quite the little bundle of chaos as goblins are colliding into each other, trying to snatch weapons from each other, trying to poke at each other. A little bit of insanity. Let's go ahead and roll the attacks of the last 2. Natural 1. But that 16 is going to hit as he is able to make purchase on one of your allies. Unfortunately, he kills one of them as they're fighting back. It is your turn.
How many baddies are left?
There are 4 currently. 2 of them are wounded. And there's 2 back behind them, backing up the ones that are attacking Eklar and your brother.
I'm gonna attack Vicious Mockery at one of them.
One of the wounded ones?
Any of them, it doesn't matter.
That's fine.
But there's 4 of them, right? So let's say I attack the first one.
Fails the roll, so go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay. 2.
2?
2 psychic damage and has disadvantage on the next attack roll.
That's fine with me.
I'll be really happy when these numbers stop being so small.
You'll get there. Level 1 is fun.
My lance, I'd be doing more damage if I beat them with my flute.
Yeah. The rest of the goblins are going to start attacking. How many did I have attack? So 4 allies have attacked. Yeah, 4 more. So that hits. That one misses. That one misses. And that one misses. So only one of them is able to hit during all this. And he actually kills the one closest to your brother. Back at the top of the round, your brother is going to switch over to the other wounded one that's trying to attack Eklar. He actually is going to get advantage because he's going to get behind him. But still, unfortunately, he is unable to hit as he steps to try and get advantage on the strike. Another goblin is also trying to strike him from behind, so he's protecting his back as well. The last 2 goblins, or the second goblin, tries to strike at your brother and actually makes purchase. Ooh. Cutting his health down to half again.
I only have so many of these potions, Timothy.
But an ally is going to run up and stab him. Killing him.
Stabby McStabberson.
There are only 2 left as Eklar is going to try and do his thing.
Whichever one hit him with disadvantage or whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
Eklar's actually going to hit.
And
he's going to kill. He kills one of them.
Surprised.
Indeed. I killed another. Oh no. I actually knew him.
Not anymore. I bet he was super obnoxious and never returned that Reiki borrowed.
The last remaining goblin is going to look around at what's going on and go, I surrender. He throws his spear on the ground. And then one of the other allied goblins kabonks him on the head. Not enough to kill him, but enough to knock him out with a frying pan.
Yeah, y'all get to decide what you're going to do with him.
Now that you have this little force that you have rallied together, run down the tower, clearing it out, trying to reach the bottom where you believe the chief is being held, Eklar's sister. You currently have 10 little goblins running with you. And as you get down to the last flight, you actually see the lift finally hitting the ground. And for comical sense, every time you went down to a new level, you would see them just miss and go down to the next floor as it was slowly lowering down as the counterweights were going up. You reach the bottom, and it is just chaos. There is an all-out brawl going on among these 30 or 40 goblins that are remaining. There are more than that, probably scattered around the edges, children that have been hunkered away, hidden to one side, while these hunters are trying to corral and fight. I would say about 1/3 of them are hunters that are all trying to fight. And there at the bottom, at the other end of the little platform that you've come down on, is the chief that is being protected by 5 guards and has... Cathaidra, protected by 5 guards and has the chief hostage.
How far away is he?
About 35 feet. On your turn, you can do something.
We still have to go with the same initiative. Oh my god.
We do.
Well, when everybody is done doing their job, then I might do something if there's anybody left.
You're going to have something to do, that's for sure. I have to roll for...
Timothy, tell me if you need more fancy water. This is the last one.
Here's if you don't mind. You hand it to him on the way down?
Yep.
I will allow that to happen, no problem. As you hand it to him, he's going to chunk it down and drink it. And he's back up to full health.
Eckler, you're kind of on your own here, bud.
You don't have any more?
Nope.
Okay.
Anything you can do to help yourself is probably useful.
I can stand back.
That's probably a good idea.
All right.
Poor Timothy the whole time just turned. He's like, I don't know what's happening here.
Don't make me laugh.
But I absolutely support it. What else can I poke? It's part of the reason why his swings are going so wild, because he just hears shrieking.
The final push. You see around you this fighting going on. There's a circle that is opened up where you see the 5 guards and the boss holding the chief. Top of the round, your brother is going to run up and try and start breaking up the guardship and get to the chief. He is going to roll for an attack on the first one. That is going to hit. 4 plus 3. He comes up and he knocks away the spear and then cuts across and kills the goblin that is at the front of this guardship. 2 of the goblins are going to collide and try and take on your brother together. One strikes with a spear and hits. The other one, unfortunately, misses. Well, not unfortunate. You know what I mean. Your brother is going to take...
He should be back to full, right?
He is.
Okay, good. He's a squish, squish, boy.
Can't math.
It's alright, you got toast for that reason.
Down to 8 HP.
Yikes.
But one missed. So one hit, that one got him, but as the other one tries to strike, he bashes away the shield. It is going to be Eklar's turn. The other allies that you have had dispersed to try and help with the rest of the crowd, so it's just basically you 3 against the rest of these individuals.
The melee.
There's too much chaos to really try and corral and, attack there.
Assassin's Creed rules, one at a time.
Eklar is going to hit as he runs up to protect your brother.
Do they get advantage now that they're flanking each other?
No, because it's they're facing one another. But he actually kills one of the goblins that has attacked your brother, so that's 2 down so far. The last 2 guards are going to try and strike at them. Your brother gets hit again. Eklar does not. Apparently he's a little too small to be struck, but your brother doesn't take that much damage.
I mean, he's kind of a big target, so...
It's the boss's turn. He is going to look around, and he's going to use his action to non-lethal hit the chief, which hits... She is knocked unconscious by the blow. Not a deathly blow, but one just to knock her out as he looks around, pulling out his own weapons in order to fight. A nasty-looking scimitar. Your turn.
So there are how many guards left?
There are 3 left that have not been wounded, and then the boss.
Okay, so I'm going to pick boss and 2 of the guards, and I'm going to cast Bane.
Ooh, how does one cast Bane?
It's one of those very harsh sounds in the air. That's like when somebody rubs a bow across the strings without them being oiled properly. It's the horrible, horrible screech.
Do you use your lute to do this?
I don't need to. But I can.
Whatever you want to do. You can use your voice or your lute or just say a word. How would you like to do your magic?
I'll use the lute just because I think it'd be interesting.
You take a breath in. And you feel whatever that connection is just grow stronger, like fire, electricity, lightning. And then you find the most ear-splitting note that you can on your lute, and you strum it out, just like your father taught you. And if he heard this, he would be aghast. But for what you're using it for, it's the perfect tone.
They must make charisma saving throws.
The boss fails with a natural 1. The 3rd goblin fails. No, the 4th and 5th, they all fail. So what happens?
Whenever a target that fails a saving throw makes an attack, or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw.
So you have put a debuff on all of them for this fight. Good
Correct.
job, Miranda. Good job, Leah. Excuse me.
And
The last guard is going to go up and try to attack Eklar.
Oh.
Were you going to use a bonus action?
Well, I don't think I have any bonus actions that I can use. I do not.
All right. The last guard is going to go up and try and attack Eklar with the d4 that you put because of Bane. And you saved him. Good job.
Whew.
It worked, yeah, because you saved him. Wonderful. It brought it, I had rolled to hit right on the money, and then it brought it back down by 3. So good job there. Top of the round, Jimothy is going to attack One of the guards that the third goblin guard, that is actually going to miss as he tries to strike. And oh, no. That hits. Just hits the AC. My apologies. And he slays that goblin. Eklar is going to attack another one that you've cast Bane on. That hits. Hasn't slain the goblin, but it's definitely looking wounded. Both of those... No. One of those is going to try strike back with Bane. Are they supposed to try and save every round, or is it...
Nope, just anything they roll, I subtract a 1d4 from.
How long does it last?
Up to 1 minute, so that's quite a few rounds. 10 rounds, right?
He misses. Correct. So he misses as he tries to strike. The boss is going to run up and try and cut down Eklar. He goes, "You bastard, ruining everything. You always ruined everything." A natural 1 with also a 4 on Bane. When you miss, you miss. I should break his sword because of that. I'm not going to.
Or like, I don't know, stub his toe really bad or something.
Maybe something like that. It's your turn.
Trips, maybe gets staggered. Oh man, like I feel like if I did like Vicious Mockery on top of it, it'd be like double disadvantage. But I guess I'll cast Firebolt at him.
Roll for an attack.
17 plus 5.
That hits. Roll for damage.
I hit with something.
Roll for damage.
1d10. 9. Plus, does it plus anything?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so either. No, it's just 1d10.
Read over it and make sure.
Nope, just 1d10. I always forget mathing.
As you lash out with the fire, it collides with his chest and sears him as he stumbles. And actually, that's probably what saves with his natural 1 narratively. Before he strikes, you slam your bolt into his chest, which knocks him. And he kind of looks up over at you and glares at you. The last guard
off my fingers.
The last guard is going to try and attack your brother with the Bane. That fails. At the top of the round, Jimothy is going to try and kill one of the goblins attacking him. Another just barely hits. And he slays the wounded goblin. It's Eklar's turn. That is going to miss, unfortunately.
Not if I have any say about it. You're inspired, buddy. You got this. It gets an inspiration die. It can add to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. Add a 1d6 and see if you hit.
You have to do that as a bonus action, I believe, right?
Oh, I thought you could just do it whenever.
It's alright. It's a bonus action.
Oh, yeah, it is a bonus action.
So just because we've just started, we're going to say you did that before, when I asked if you had a bonus action left. So just remember that in the future, okay?
Okay.
It's not a reaction. Maybe it's in I think one of the bards may get it as a reaction. Not important.
I can never remember.
Right. So he adds a d6 to his attack?
Yeah.
Well, then that hits.
I just want Eklar to have a chance.
I know. And he does get a chance to save his sister as he kills that last goblin. But the boss is going to shove Eklar out of the way and go right for you.
Well, he gets an opportunity attack, doesn't he?
Which he fails, unfortunately. I just rolled it.
Oh. All right, well.
The boss goblin has a slightly higher AC, 2 points higher, and he rolled a 15. He has a 17. He's going to come up to you, and he is going to try and strike you with his scimitar. What's your AC?
Well, he's baned as well. 11.
Ooh, yeah, thank you for reminding me. Natural 20.
Well.
But I rolled a 4, so it does hit, but he does not get the critical damage because of Bane. You take 4 points of slicing damage.
Okay.
It's your turn as he is right there in front of you, and he just cuts you across your forearm. Your playing arm.
Well, he's right in front of me.
He is.
I guess since I'm just about to die, I might as well firebolt him.
Do it.
And hope that because he's right in front of me, I don't miss. 17.
17 just barely hits. Roll for damage.
7.
Where do you hit him?
Same place as I did before. I'm hoping that is extra vulnerable because he's kind of crispy.
As he goes to cut, You take it and you turn and you say the magical word that inspires you to create fire and slam it into his chest where it erupts. Jimothy's going to run over and try and protect you. But even with advantage, he is unfortunate to make any purchase as he rolls a 16 as his highest. It is Eckler's turn, who's going to also come over and try to do the same. Eckler does hit. Ooh. The boss is looking awful. It is the boss's turn. He's going to try and strike you. How many hit points do you have left?
2.
Oh, goodness. What's your AC?
11. Baned.
Thank you for reminding me. So I rolled a 9. Let's see here. Plus 4 to hit. 13. But I rolled a 4 on the Bane. So your spell saved you. As he goes to cut across and you duck underneath and it's your turn, what do you do?
And it makes like uncomfortable noises in his ears when it does that.
Goodness.
Firebolt again.
Roll for an attack.
Right into his chest. 18.
Roll for damage.
9.
It's over.
Woo!
How do you kill him?
Just the flames just kind of... And then they seem to go out for a second. And then they go out from through him.
As a column of fire just erupt, or the arc of fire goes through his chest and then hits the platform up above. Does not start a fire.
Okay.
Seeing that that Nadra has fallen, a lot of the goblins who fought for him begin tossing down their spears as Eckler yells out that he is dead, and they begin to surrender. The other goblins are looking around confused, wondering what they needed to do. Do they need to just start executing all of those that tried to rise up against?
No, we are not here to make political decisions. That seems like a them thing.
Eckler goes, No, stop. We can leave. There's a way out now. We're together. We started this together. We need to finish it together. There's so many people have died today. Too many of our kind. Just stop.
I'm gonna go check on his sister whilst wrapping fabric around my gushing forearm.
All right, you go to check on her.
Yeah. I'm checking on her.
Roll me a medical check. Medicine check, excuse me.
7.
7?
Yeah.
She's breathing.
No, well, that's a good start.
But she's probably bleeding internally.
Oh, well, that is not a good start.
Jimothy comes over and goes, She's fine. She should wake up soon. Pretty crazy. I was not expecting to find a civil war of goblins down here in this cave.
Yeah, me neither. I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that one of my hands is still hot from Fireball and just sear that cut a little bit.
What are we gonna do?
Well, I suspect we should seek medical attention initially.
And then what?
And then we will figure it out from there. We're gonna have to get out at some point. Looks like these goblins want to get out too. And since we've stopped whatever this coup is, the rest are likely not to cause us the problems. But I'm a bit lightheaded, so perhaps you can make some decisions.
Let's just sit down for a second.
Yes, let's do that.
Thank you for listening. Please leave a review anywhere you found us. You can reach out to us on Twitter at Bountiful Bards. We hope to see you again on the civilized road.
And bring bread and cheese.
As the story goes, until then.